Chicago, and we are back again on a fantastic, sucker-free, sunny day. And it is my hope that you are having a fantastic day, just as I am, enjoying all of this good sun, finally enjoying a nice day during this spring weather that we got that is going into summer next month. So for those of you who are out there, make sure you get prepared for the summer. When you go to hang out on a lakefront, make sure you're looking slick, okay? Make sure you're watching your back. Keep your head on a swivel, okay? And enjoy the sun. Go play some volleyball. Go lift those weights out on the yard. Yeah, right here at the lakefront, at the Fullerton exit. I'm just saying, LSD, Lakeshore Drive, Chicago. You can get yourself in shape for FREE, free gym. Only thing you have to do is show up, okay? Instead of you looking all of the honeys will be looking at you. Get yourself on those weights out there. Lakeshore Drive, you all having a good time. But there's a lot of people that's not having a good time here in the big windy city of Chicago. Like people who runs out of court. Yeah. Young black man was in court. His name is not worth mentioning. I don't get no points for that. And I'm not going to give him no extra points. But what he did do, when he was in court, he got convicted for having a possession of an illegal firearm. He told the judge, let me have my things to my relatives, his personal items and everything. And he ran away from the courtroom. Got out of there. 26 in California. Now he's at large. Got a warrant. Some people say, yay, he escaped. Some people like, he's dumb. Some people like, he deserved what he get. What do you think about that? I think that if you got caught with a gun, more than likely, you're going to get probation. But the judge had ordered him to stay in custody. So he wasn't getting no bail. He wasn't being released on his own recognizance. He just ran out. But now he's made matters worse. Because when they find him, it's going to be worse for him. And he's going to spend more time in jail. Had he just did his little time for the crime that he committed. But some people say, hey, I'd rather run and have my freedom, okay? Some people would say I would rather run and have my freedom and let them catch me when they can. Because it gets crazy in the summer in jail. And it gets crazy in the summer in these streets. I don't know. Which one would you have preferred? Would you prefer to have your summer inside, behind a wall, or outside? Hopefully, he can stay free long enough to enjoy the summer. If not, that's his Milli Vanilli. I'm just saying. 65-year-old man shot on the west side. Shot. Who shoots a 65-year-old man? Who does that? The 65-year-old man, whose name that they did not give in the report, said that a man drove up in a van and just got to shooting him in the leg. I'm sorry. He died. And nobody called the police. Nobody called the police. This is Brandon Johnson, 43rd body, okay? This is Brandon Johnson's 43rd body. And he refuses to put those spot shot cameras back up. Regardless to how the aldermen, the handpicked police that is in charge, he handpicked these people and they are complaining to him, yet he's being stubborn. You mean to tell me, Brandon Johnson, you want these murders in the city continue to be unsolved? Yet you want to put up more cameras and give people speeding tickets? You mean to tell me that you would rather find a car by its license plate to give them $100 tickets versus having those shot spotter cameras up, which gives the time, the date, the location of where the incident took place at? Not to mention the case number. But you don't want to do that, Brandon Johnson. And for those of you who are out there in the chat room, I want to tip my hat to you. I want to say thank you for being there, because you could have been somewhere else doing something else, okay, with someone else, but you decided to stop by here to see what we have to say. We're not going to make this live long whatsoever, but it just amazes me. Well, I guess it don't, because this is where I reside at. But for many people who don't reside in the city of Chicago, I'm sure that they be like, damn, these people in Chicago are just buck wild to the C-O-R-E. You got to watch yourself out here. Anybody can get it. 65-year-old men, 80-year-old men, 15-year-old children, 5-year-old children, 1-month-old children. These people out here just don't care. They just don't care. Just walk up to you and shoot you to death. Walk up to you and stab you to death. But in the case of James Hill, which is a man from Bellwood, Illinois, who was caught on the 3800 block of 14th Street after he shot a man that he knew. The man was transported to the hospital where he's in critical condition, and James Hill is under arrest for attempted murder, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I don't understand this. Why do people shoot people that they know? I mean, I can understand if the man had sexually touched someone, like a minor or something like that, or the man maybe stole something from him, or somebody that he know, but he stays in Bellwood, so it has to be somebody that he know, but he knew the guy that he shot. Hell, you got people out here shooting their cousins. You bugging, you shooting your cousin. I don't understand these people out here shooting family members, shooting people that you just don't know at all. Is this the result of having the Looney Tune institutions closed? Because if so, they need to open them places back up. Maybe we'll have a safer society. And let me ask you another question here. Why is it that all of these people who drive up in an SUV, shoot people or fatally shoot them? Because some of them don't die, but a lot of them do. But the police can't never seem to catch them with all of these cameras around the city of Chicago. But you can send me a ticket for me speeding in a speeding zone or running through a red light with your flashing cameras. You can catch me for that and send me the bill, but you can't identify the vehicle that has just left the scene of a crime in which the vehicle was used in the crime. Y'all help me make sense out of that. Brandon Johnson, you are being part of the problem. I don't know why people of the city of Chicago haven't sued you yet. I don't know why those parents and relatives who has lost other relatives in the city of Chicago because you removed those shot spotter cameras, they should be suing you. They should be trying to get you out of office right now. But as I stated, you're not going to be reelected anyway. So it just don't matter. No way, Brandon Johnson. And that's sad. I remember the first black mayor in the city of Chicago that we had. His name was Harold Washington. Did a fantastic job. You know, he was like the heroes of mayors of Chicago. Some say there was a conspiracy to kill that man. He was making great moves, making things happen for the people in Chicago, unlike you, Brandon Johnson. I'm just saying. Don't y'all think we need another mayor out here? Don't you think that we need another police chief that look like us, that's got more common sense than the one that we presently got? I'm just saying. Don't you think that Chicagoans need a break? And for those adults in Chicago who cannot read, have not graduated from high school, or is looking to go to college to better your life in these perilous times, there are free grants for residents in the state of Illinois to go to school for free. Y'all look that up. You can go to school for free. Those are free grants available to you, according to the reports. Free grants for schooling for adults in the state of Illinois. And speaking of the state of Illinois, did you all know that they are closing 20 bank branches across the state? Across the state. Most of them are right around in the city area, the suburb area. 20 branches of banks are closing. So, what do I recommend? You may want to take your money out the bank. Whatever it is, and you be your own banker. You know, but I know that sometimes we have to leave some money in the bank because they got us set up on these automated systems, you know, with these pay-as-you-go cards or with your ATM card, you know. Everything is swipe or let me get your number. So you got to have some money in there unless you just have no bills or don't care about no bills. Okay, whatever one you want to pick. Yeah. But sadly here in Chicago, like I said, we always have carjacking, murders, rapists, stabbings. But today's headlines for this title are all women, because women are going crazy too. Women are losing it, losing their lives, like this homeless woman gunned down over here on 15th and Laughlin, which is right off Ashland. For those of you who don't know or not from the city of Chicago, Laughlin is right off Ashland. Anyway, a man approached a homeless woman. She minded her business. She's not causing any problems or anything like that. No. But what did the man do? The man approached her and did what? Shot her in her head and cut off her electricity. And that is sad. Hey, how you doing? Come on over here, man. Come on over here, man. Hey, we got one of finance out here. Come on over here, man. Let me see you, man.
I don't want to get in the video.
Yeah. Yeah, what's happening?
Live stream?
Yeah, I'm doing a live stream right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. What kind of like live streams do you
Yeah, live streams, just telling people about the news, things that are informative, whether it be health, death, carjackings.
All right, cool.
You know, current events.
All right, okay, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just noticed you were parked on the grass, and I just know Bob who runs the cemetery.
Yeah, Bob and Gail. Yeah, but they told me to park there.
Okay, so I just know.
Yeah, they didn't want me to park on the concrete.
They didn't want you to park on the concrete?
Yeah, they didn't want me to park on the concrete.
Weird. Okay, all right. Well, I know that they've said in the past they really don't like people parking on the grass. Yeah. So I was just.
Yeah, they just left a little while ago. Bob just left a little while ago.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, if he told you to park there.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, all right, cool, man.
All right.
Yeah, you have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah. See, we have some great police out here. They not all bad, but some are bad. And the bad make it bad for the good, but he was a good one. So we want to tip our hat to the popo, you all, okay? But yeah, the women out here are getting crazy because they're dying. What makes that man wants to shoot that homeless woman in her head, cut off her electricity, disconnect her? For what reason? She didn't have nothing but bags. I'm just saying. She didn't have anything but bags, minding her own business, and that person who committed that crime has not been apprehended either. What's going on in the city? Mayor Brandon Johnson and the chief of police, what's going on? Just don't understand it. Maybe that's another body you got. Maybe that's another body that you got, Brandon Johnson. I'm just saying. Crazy. Then you have this woman on the Green Line train by the name of Emily Carson, 25 years old, fatally stabbed by a 54-year-old man by the name of Willie Holmes. Didn't even know the lady. According to the reports, they were on the train, the Green Line train at the Central stop. Yeah, like on the 5400, 5500 West on Lake Street. He spit on the lady and then pulled out a knife and fatally stabbed her in the back. Had it not been for the bystanders that helped catch the offender until the police got there, he would have got away. But the citizens are tired of the violence that is taking place in the city of Chicago. Tired of that. I don't understand what people don't understand. Those that are in charge, can they see the condition that they are placing people's lives in? Yeah, the condition that they're placing people's lives in. The condition of possible death. The condition of possible robbery. The condition of possible carjacking. The condition of possible just mugging. Why? Poverty and drugs. And drugs. Just like Tommy Johnson. Over here, right off of Roosevelt in Sacramento. Roosevelt and Kedzie, I'm sorry. Oh, that wasn't it. It was at the Maxwell place. On the 3800 block of Kedzie, which is right down the street from the 4th District Police Station. This man was sitting inside of his car. A woman asked him, "Hey, can you give me a couple of dollars so I can get me something to eat too?" So the man, feeling the way that he did, he gave her a couple of dollars. But shortly after he did that, he did not expect Tommy Johnson to come up to his car window with a gun to point at his head, demanding all of his money. So what did the victim do? Just mashed on the gas and took off. But as he took off, Tommy Johnson shot him in his neck. Made the man run into a pole, just trying to get something to eat. But that's what happens when you're on drugs. That's what happens when you're on drugs. And Tommy Johnson did this on April 25th. Yeah, like a week and a half ago. But prior to that, he robbed 2 other people and shot one. Right over here, right off of Carroll and Holman. Some people call it Kimball when you're going north, okay? Yeah. He put the gun to the woman's head, another victim. Told him if she did not buy him drugs, he would blow her brains out. That's what we're dealing with in the city of Chicago. And y'all wonder why it's so desolate in these streets right now. But the summertime is coming, and believe me, there are going to be more deaths in the city of Chicago than last year. We've already broken a record for violence. Not for nothing great, but for violence, for killing people, for destroying people's lives, for making mothers cry, for putting children in the grave. That's what Chicago is known for. Not the Chicago Bears, not the Chicago Bulls, not the Chicago Blackhawks, but for being the murder capital that it is. And that's a damn shame, even though we're in the city of gangsters. I'm just saying. But what do you expect, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, it's crazy out here. It's like you got Asia Boyd, another female, 29 years old, stabbed 3 men over there on 62nd and Kedzie. But they arrested her on 72nd and Christiana, which is not too far away. Why did she stab the 3 men? 47, 36, and 31? We don't even know. Maybe she was Looney Tune too. We don't know. In fact about it, she was scheduled for court the other day, but I don't know the outcome of that. But she's got attempted murder charges too. It's crazy out here. What do you do in a city of gangsters, in a city of death, in a city that plagues illness, the illness of stench, the illness of hopelessness, the stench of I'm not gonna live tomorrow? What do you do with a city like that? And it's not all of the residents in the city of Chicago that is like that. No. That's these young people out here that's doing that. And all of those people that's in their 30s and their 40s, that's on drugs. Oh, 50s, just like Willie Carson killed Willie Holmes, fatally stabbed Emily Carson. He was probably a dope head or had mental illnesses. Now, I can't always deal with a person having mental illnesses after they committed a crime, because before they committed the crime, they knew what they were doing. Y'all better stop playing with me. You know, it's just like a kid, you know. Did you go in the cookie jar over there before you had your dinner? And they say no, but they got crumbs all over their face. And this is what's happening right now with the people whom they claim who commit these crimes have mental illnesses. Now, I know it's a big issue here in America, but if it is that big issue of America, and it is that big of an issue and concerns for public safety, they should have these people committed. Those places of asylums for the mentally insane, they should not be out on the street. But the politicians let them out. Let them out to do what they do best. Be crazy. And you never know what's going to happen with a crazy person. Now, I know that all of us are a little bit crazy in this society that we're dealing with, but we're not waking up talking about we want to shoot somebody. However, you got young street ninjas out here who wake up and do just that. And then after they murk you, they go eat some cereal. Or go to Popeye's Chicken and go get a chicken sandwich. City of Chicago. What do you do when you have not only the males committing crimes of murder, you have women committing crimes of murder and attempted murder and carjacking, and they are robbing people. 14-year-old girls are robbing people here in Chicago. What do you do with these young people? When I was coming up, we didn't have violence like this. Most of the people that were in violence were in gangs, you know what I'm saying? Gang war. But now it's anybody's war. Anybody can get it, whether you a gang member or not. Just a regular civilian, minding your business, a hard-working citizen, minding your business, paying taxes, minding your business. And you can get disconnected for nothing. Here in the big window, you all. Did anybody see the result of that court case in regards to Dana Northern, who was murdered by her ex-boyfriend, Idrissa Fardner, over there in D.C.? Yeah. See, I keep telling you that the breakups are gonna cause deaths. And in this case, the man got 50 years for shooting his ex-girlfriend through the eyeball and out of her head after the fact that she revealed to him that she don't want to be with him no more. And he should have got more than 50 years, but he went to the Fed prison where there's no parole. There's no parole in the Fed prison. So my guess is more than likely he's going to die in prison, which he rightfully should so. And all of you men that's out there, I understand that your lady is important to you. I understand that you don't want nobody else to get that box, you know what I'm saying? But the box is not worth your life. It's not worth you giving up your life. Why would you want to kill somebody just because they don't want you no more? What kind of self-esteem do you have? I'm just saying. And it's just not with guys. You have women that's out there that's killing men because the man don't want to be with them no more. These are the games that we play. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And that prize either sometimes be death or the rest of your life behind one of them prison walls eating mush food for the rest of your life. Y'all think about that. That's my time for the day, you all. But I want to remind you, if you haven't checked out my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, go over there and check out that channel where we got those audiobook series. In fact, about it yesterday, we just started an audiobook series, another one, entitled Stolen Legacy. So if you haven't been over there, if you're not familiar with that material, make sure you go over there, where we got Black Man of the Nile and his family. We have As a Man Thinketh. We have the chronological order from alchemy to Wicca. We have the destruction of black civilization. We have the fall of America. We got the message to the black man of America. We got a whole lot of stuff over there, from Babylon to Timbuktu, the miseducation of the Negro, the world's 16 crucified saviors. If you haven't been over to that channel, make sure you go over there, subscribe, like, and share. Yeah, we got a lot of information over there for you all. The only thing that you need to do, sorry about the tongue twist, is to take a little time, especially if you are into traveling. We're traveling from Chicago to Maine, Maine to Texas, from Texas to Cincinnati, from Cincinnati to California, from California to Nebraska, from Nebraska to Minnesota. We're all over the place, giving you places to go, even in Kentucky. What's that? Churchill Downs? Yeah, buddy, where the Kentucky Derby takes place at. So if you've never been to Louisville and checked out Churchill's Down, where we was at, make sure that you go there. Go check on that channel right now, MOPOWERZ. And if you are into Crucial Conflict, Twister, Shauna, Psychodrama, Triple Darkness, Drama Ward, Mecca, Official Business, Lunatic the Messiah, Killer Bloodline. If you're into any of those names that I just mentioned, you need to go over to my third channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And you can also find those great comedians over there, such as Diane Corder, Dion Cole, Reggie Reg, Shari, Daryl Banks, Quintella, and Snoop. Yeah, Snoop got jokes over there for you too. And did I say Reggie Reg? Yeah, got to get Reggie Reg in, you all. All Chicago legends, where we celebrated Diane Corder's birthday at the Red Pepper Lounge on 87th Street on the south side of the big windy city. So if you haven't went over there, do the same. Share, like, and subscribe. And on your way out the door on this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the share button. That's right, press those condiments and share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. That's my time for right now, you all, but we got that smoke later on tonight on this channel. We didn't get an opportunity to put it up yesterday because I had some family issues to take care of, but we are most definitely putting that episode of We Got That Smoke up today, this evening. So be watching, have that popcorn and lemon juice, and have your ears open and your mind open to receive the demonstration. Peace out, you all. Thanks for viewing, and never give up on your DREAMS.